Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he'll get forward for a couple. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Second down and 8. They'll go again with Hall. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. Three plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion comes Pittman. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Jets offense ready to possess the football for the second time. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He goes down dangerous right there, so close to the goal line. He is outside of the end zone, though. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky he at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
To throw is Rodgers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll give up the middle with Hall. On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Colts offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Sauce Gardner makes the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Richardson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Matt Gay on now for the Colts field goal try. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Panay Wanwu now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run here with Hall, and he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. The ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. On play action, Richardson. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. 13 yards on that play. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read, The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Here's Richardson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Indy. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gabe to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First down for Aaron. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Ooh. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Rodgers going up top again. And he's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, New York. Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Jets are on the board. It's 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson, completing this one to Downs. The Colts offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They face 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Downs. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Throwing is Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. Well, they hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
We spend so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game that allows them to create separation.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Lazard. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
They go right back to Taylor. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold it. Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Richardson going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Throwing, Richardson. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Jets offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Another run here with Hall. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far. and it draws the flag.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it at about the 8. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. Powering forward. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. On play action, Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Hall. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. They'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. That'll be batted down. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
On third down, Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. Second time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Again, it's Rodgers. He puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets draw closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Richardson out quickly to Pittman. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On second down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting third down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The Colts about set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. This one caught by Lazard. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. All three timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. Open man, that's Gibson. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They're going to go, and it's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. He's got space inside the 25. What a run. He brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Taylor. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. Catch made, right side by Wilson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Rodgers going up top again. He'll complete it to Adams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rodgers. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.